Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So we're going to do a little Halloween ring using a skull bead. So last year we did the Victoria ring around this time, and a viewer sent me a picture of her Victoria ring, and she put a skull bead in the middle. And I thought that was so cool, but it was too late for Halloween to make it. But it's this, if you want to make it this way, it's the same exact procedure as the Victoria ring, and I'll link that ring video down in the description box below this video, except instead of putting a pearl in the middle, this is an 8x6mm skull bead, and you can get these at your local craft store. You can order them online. They're all over the place, especially now. So if you want to make this version, just go to that video and just replace that center bead. So here's another version. This is a version that we're going to do now. It's a smaller ring, and I just love it. I think it's so cute. Just small like this, so you can make a pinky ring, you can make any size ring. So we're going to do this one today. Like I said, you can always go back to the other video for this one. We're going to do this one today, and I'm going to introduce those of you who haven't done it yet to a little modified right angle weave for the band. So this is such a fun stitch, and it's really pretty, and we'll be using that stitch a lot in the future as well. So even if you don't want to make the skull ring, come on back and learn the little modified right angle weave. All right, so I'm going to clear these off and I'm going to get my materials together and we'll get started. So you'll need a skull bead, and this is the 8x6mm skull bead, and these, you know, as I said, you can get at Joann's or Michael's. I think these were Michael's, any craft store. You get them online. They're all over the place right now. Very reasonable. I think they're howlite, like dyed howlite. So you need one of those. You'll need some 4mm pearls or bicones, and that's just for this side. I'm going to use bicones this time. See how that looks. You need some 3mm pearls for your netting, some 11/0 seed beads. I'm using them in 2 different colors so that I can show you how to do modified right angle weave easily. You'll see it better if you use 2 different colors. So just pick out a corresponding color. I'll put all the colors and sizes and everything in the description box below the video. Little stop bead, size 10 beading needle, 8-pound Fireline black satin. Don't forget to look for the coupon code for Ringberry Shop on Etsy. She cuts these beautiful mats, vellum bead mats, and makes them big, 14x22 if you like, and which I love. Here's the No More Oops bead tray. Well, I'll put the Etsy shop names and links, any coupon codes that I have in the description box below the video. So don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell. So because people were having trouble getting notifications. A lot of you have explained that you need to ring the notification bell, so wherever that is down there, that little bell, and then I think a dialog box pops up and it says get notified once in a while, all the time, or never. So, you know, pick all the time or once in a while, whenever, you know, whatever works for you. All right, so I'm going to clear everything off and we're going to get started. Okay, let's get started. So thread your needle with about 3 feet of thread. Put on a stop bead and leave enough of a tail to sew in. So we're going to do the band separately because I want to teach you this modified right angle weave, and it'll be easier to teach you if we do it separately. All right. So put on your needle and drop down to your stop bead, a pearl, an 11/0, a pearl, an 11/0, a pearl, an 11/0, a pearl, and an 11/0. So you have on 4 pearls with 4 11/0s in between. Make those into a circle by sewing through the pearl, that first pearl. And I want you to go around and reinforce this unit. So I'm just sewing through all the beads. Pull in. Okay. Like that. Going around a little bit. I'm going to pass my stop bead. Until it's nice and secure. Okay, so here I am. I'm exiting. I'll hold it this way a little bit. Okay, so I'm exiting the bottom of this pearl. I'm just going to pick up a bicone or a 4mm pearl. So I'm exiting out here. I want to go to the other side, the pearl on the other side, and sew through the top of that pearl. And it puts the bead on at a diagonal, which makes it stay nice and secure. Okay. So now we have our bicone on. I'm just going to sew through the next 11/0 and the 3mm pearl. Okay, so get that done and then come back and we'll do the next unit. Okay, we're back. So I'm exiting the top of this pearl. So I've picked up 3 11/0s, a 3mm pearl, 3 11/0s, a 3mm pearl, 3 11/0s, a 3mm pearl, and 3 11/0s. So I have 4 groups of 3 11/0s and 3 pearls. So we're going to attach this to this pearl. So exiting here, just sew around the other side. So this is going to be the unit where we're putting the skull on. Right, so now you're going to sew through the next 3 beads, so the 3 seed beads, skip the pearl, and sew through the next 3 seed beads. And I want to make sure that thread kind of pops in the back. And when I pull, do you see how it pops up? I'm going to skip the next pearl and sew through the next 3 seed beads. Make sure that thread goes behind there. I can even push it up with my finger, like that, like pop the pearl up. Do that again. Skip the pearl, sew through the next 3 seed beads. Oops. Wait, where am I? I lost my place. Oh, here we go. All right. So skip this pearl, sew through the next 3 seed beads. Skip this pearl and sew through the next 3 seed beads. Like that. So you want to just pull this so it gets nice and tight, and then sew through this next pearl. And I don't know if you can hear the wildlife out my window. It's very active today. It's such a hot day. Okay, something's chirping like crazy back there. All right, so here I am. Oh, I've got a skinny seed bead there. Well, at any rate, so here I am. I'm exiting the top of this side of the pearl. I'm going to pick up my skull head bead, my skull bead, and I'm going to just place it in my little netting there, and I'm going to sew through that 3mm on the bottom. And then to keep him nice and straight, I want to sew back through the head, the skull bead, and then back through this 3mm pearl, like that. All right, and then through the next 3 seed beads and the next pearl. And then you're going to add 1 more of these units on. So here's our the top of the ring. So cute. I'm going to put that aside. Let's do the band. So now we're going to do this little modified right angle weave band, and it's so easy, and I just think it's great. If you haven't done this before, I think you'll enjoy it. And as I said, we're going to be using this in the future for bezels and for other beading, so it's a good thing to learn. So I have two colors here, so it's easy to see what I'm doing. I have a main color and a contrasting color. So I'm going to pick up 4 of my main color, and I'm going to have to pull in super duper tight to do this with 11/0, so I hope it doesn't blur. I'm going to drop those down. So 3 feet of thread for the band, stop bead, enough of a tail to sew in, 4 beads. I'm going to sew through the first bead after the stop bead to make that into a unit. So I have this little right angle weave unit, like that. Now I'm going to pick up a contrasting color and 3 of my main color, like that. Maybe let me just try to pop in a teeny bit more. Okay, so contrasting color, 3 of my main color. So here you see I'm exiting this bottom bead here. I'm going to sew through this one like this. See that? Like that. Now I'm going to skip this bead and just sew right through this next gold bead. When I pull, see what it does? It puts a bead in between the 2 units. My camera's complaining a teeny bit, so let me just pull a touch. Okay. Do it again. Contrasting bead and 3 of your main color. Exiting here, sew through this one. Like that. And then through the first bead, the gold bead, after the contrasting color. So you're just skipping that contrasting color. Do it again. Contrasting bead and 3 of your main color. Exiting here, sew through this one. Ignore the purple one, or the contrasting color, and sew through the main color, main color bead. See what happens? How cool is that? I'm going to straighten that guy out so you can actually really get an idea. Come on, straighten out. There you go. Should I do it one more time? Contrasting color, 3 of your main color, exiting here, sew through this one, and then skip the purple one and sew through the next gold one, just like that. You got it. That's it. How easy is that? And how cool is that? So get your ring band done. So of course you want your piece to come all the way around to the other side. You're just going to connect it with 2 seed beads, so on either side, so you don't need to leave that much space. So just make sure it's a nice fit around there, and then come on back and we'll embellish the other side, attach it to the ring, and embellish the other side. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back, and I hope that worked for you. If it didn't, then try size 8 seed beads. I mean, it really, once you know, it's really easy once you just see where the needle's going. All right, so here I have one side of my band done. So I'm exiting this guy. I'm just going to sew through the side bead, and I want to get the other side of the band embellished before I attach it. So then I'm just going to sew through this one. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my contrasting bead and sew through each bead, placing a bead in between each 11-0. Just like that. Okay, so that's all you're going to do, is to get the other side of the band on, you know, embellished. And then, so finish this and then we'll attach it to the ring. Okay, back, so here's my band and we're going to attach it. Now just a little, just to show you, I mean, even on its own, this just makes a cute little band ring. So, I mean, lots of possibilities with this stitch. All right, so I've put on my last purple bead. Okay, so I'm exiting this guy right here. I'm going to sew through the end bead like that, and then I'm going to pick up a purple, and then I'm going to sew through the pearl on the band like that, and another purple or whatever color, and I'm going to sew through the other side of the bead I'm exiting from. That's going to attach the band like that, and then you just want to go around and sew through those beads again to tighten it up like that. See? And then down through this one. Okay, and then you want to go across this one again, so you've just reinforced where you've connected like that. All right, make sure that it's nice and tight. Okay, so here we go. Let me straighten that out. Don't pull too tight because you can kind of wreck it out. All right, so here we go, right here. Now all I'm going to do is advance my needle and thread through this whole line of beads. Now I did that on the other side, that's why it's pulling a little bit. I did it on the other side with the tail thread just to get it out of the way, but you're going to just advance through this whole line of beads, see, to straighten everybody out and to reinforce this side, this line of beads. See that? So you're just going all the way down. And like I said, with the other side, I had my tail thread, and I just, to move it out of the way, I just went down that line of beads. I should have shown you that, but you know, you can get that done. And if you don't have a tail thread to do that with, then you should. But if you don't, then you can just do it on the way back. All right. So here, see, now I have both sides on and, you know, connected here nicely, and it looks very good. All right, so here I'm just going to hold that aside. I'm exiting this gold bead. I'm just going to sew through this one. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay? I'm just going to pick up a purple bead or whatever contrasting bead. Sew through the pearl on the ring. Pick up another contrasting bead, sew through this 11-0. Now you want to tighten it up by going around your unit again. Sew through here, this guy. Sew through this one. Sew through this one. Okay. And if you haven't tightened up this side yet with the tail thread like I did, just, you can sew through this anyway. Sew through this one and then tighten up this side. Okay, so you're just going to go down through all the beads on this side. So through here and then through all the beads on this side. I already did that, so, you know, I'll do it again with you anyway. Okay, so here I'm just sewing through all the beads. And just to tighten everybody up. Like that. And I mean, if you feel like you want to do it again, you can even do it again if you want the, you know, if the band isn't, let's see, where am I? Okay, here. You can do it on the other side again if the band isn't as snug as you want it to be. So there it is. Here, let me just pop them on. Okay, I made mine to go on in the middle finger, so here, let me take this guy off, and we'll put this on. There you go. That's what it looks like. Cute. Alright, here, let's pop this one on. I'll sew those in a bit. And if your band is a little loose, keep going around and around until, you know, the band tightens up a bit. So here's this one. Okay, so there you go. Here's our little Halloween ring. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun making. I hope you have fun making this. And if you don't know modified right angle weave, that's an awfully fun stitch to learn as well. Okay, so I want to thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.